The lights are back on tonight in North Carolina after attacks on two substations cut power to tens of thousands this week. Tonight we've learned substations in Washington and Oregon have also been attacked in recent weeks, and now the FBI is involved.
Don't worry, folks. Everything is under control. There's nothing to be worried about. The FBI is on the case. How's everybody doing today? My name is Ty with Ride IQ. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm bringing you this story because it's very concerning to me. See, there's been a few attacks on the American electric grid, and they've been vulnerable for a long time. But this recent one happened right over Christmas vacation. Let's hear a little bit more about that.
This can have a really, really bad effect on a lot of people.
To protect against power outages, if you see something, say something.
Call the FBI here in Seattle.
Because even here in Seattle, police are being put on high alert after getting this memo from the FBI saying, in recent attacks, criminal actors bypassed security by cutting the fence links, lighting nearby fires, shooting equipment from a distance, or throwing objects over the fence and onto equipment. As King 5 uncovered, some of those attacks happened within the last couple weeks. One of the largest power providers in the state, PSE, told King 5 they're aware of recent threats on power systems across the country and can confirm they've had 2 incidents occur in late November at 2 different substations.
You see, these are brute force attacks. And what they're doing is they're penetration testing and intelligence gathering. See, what they do is they launch minor attacks to find out who responds, how long does it take them to respond, where are those responses coming from, and they gather as much information as they can so that they can move forward with a larger attack. The problem is that our FBI has already got their eyes on somebody, and it's not who you think it is.
The trope of attacking power infrastructure, of hitting the electrical grid, critical infrastructure, is an old tenet of the American extreme right wing.
See, the problem with that theory is it is completely ridiculous. I can't think of any attacks that the right wing has done on civilian people or infrastructure. But I can name quite a bit that the left has done. Anybody remember the Weather Underground? Did we already forget about Antifa? Let's take a look at this.
At 1 minute before 1 o'clock this morning, the switchboard at the Capitol received a phone call. A man's voice said a bomb would go off in the building in half an hour. At 1:30 in the morning, it did, in a small, unmarked restroom on the ground floor of the Senate side, next to a barber shop and near several small offices, including one committee hearing room.
There was alarm for a time that other bombs might still be hidden inside the Capitol. Police used dogs specially trained to sniff out explosives in a painstaking search both inside and outside the building. The single bomb set off by a timing device left the men's room a shambles, plumbing demolished, bricks and plaster ripped from walls.
The FBI said the Weather Underground organization, which took credit for the bombing, is the same radical group which was responsible for the bombing of the U.S. Capitol in 1971 and the Pentagon in 1972.
William Ayers, a former member of the Weather Underground, a group that during the 70s claimed responsibility for at least a dozen bombings, including the U.S. Capitol and the Pentagon. His relationship with President-elect Barack Obama, of course, became an issue during the campaign. He is the author of Fugitive Days, Memoirs of an Anti-War Activist.
Good evening. Police in Washington, D.C. are investigating a bombing tonight at the U.S. Capitol. No injuries. We expect pictures at 11.
Another bomb on the Senate side of the Capitol in 1983. No injuries because the Senate business had concluded earlier than expected.
Evening on November 7th, 1983, when they bombed the U.S. Capitol outside of the Majority Leader's office. They also they bombed an FBI field office in New York. They bombed the Navy Yard twice.
You see, I'm not saying that the right is perfect, that we don't have any bad apples on our side. But when you look at the left and you look at the history of carnage and destruction that they leave behind, we're not talking about a few bad apples here. We're talking about whole trees, entire orchards. See, I'm not just talking about Antifa and BLM. I'm talking about the Weather Underground. I can go back farther than that. What about Chairman Mao? What about Stalin? How many people have been left in the destruction of the left? See, I'm not going to minimize this incident that's going on over there. It concerns me. All the power outages, the attacks on the electrical infrastructure, it concerns me. It concerns me a lot. But what concerns me more is that if they're trying to pin this on the right, then the people that actually are responsible for it are more than likely going to get away with it. And we can't let that happen. We've got to call these people out for who they are. And don't just start pinning things. Nope, they haven't even questioned anybody. So how can you sit there and start pinning it on people saying, oh, this looks like something that the right would do? I don't think so. And before you start casting stones at people, you probably should open your glass door. I hope that they get this figured out. I hope they find this guy or this group of people, whoever it happens to be. And whether it's on the right or the left, they need to be punished. The law needs to come down on them like a ton of bricks. That's important. Because this cannot be happening. But let's get this right. Don't cast blame before the facts are out. And I am not going to hold my neighbor who might be a Democrat responsible for everything that the Democrats do. So don't lump all of the right into the same basket. Now, with that being said, I hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe, and tell all your friends about this channel. And I will be watching the comments to see what you guys have to say. So I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Ride IQ is a new channel, so please like, subscribe, and share this video with all of your friends because we have to support each other if we're going to win this battle. And if you agree or disagree, please leave your comments below so that we can have that discussion together. And I'll see you on the next video.